I think we need to look at the China, Hong Kong, and corporate censorship thing in the United States is a corporate censorship question. So I think with Hong Kong, there's a complexity. This is the typical thing that puts me in a position where everybody gets annoyed. There is a serious, no doubt some of the uprising there is a democratic uprising and a concern for maintaining liberal freedoms, which I would say if you are enjoying some of those things in London or Brooklyn, you should respect other people's aspiration for them, even as you recognize they are not revolutionary and so on and so forth. I agree with all those critiques. I also agree that some of the elements of the Hong Kong resistance are profoundly reactionary, and I have no doubt that there is a potential U.S. interest in destabilization. All of these things are true. We can hold them all at the same time, and we can also certainly have matter-of-fact solidarity with those who are protesting for labor rights and liberal rights, period. That's how I see it. I see all those variables. Now, regardless of what you think, when the NBA shuts down a general manager for tweeting out solidarity with the Hong Kong protesters because of business interests in China, and the thing that we're about to see on this World of Warcraft platform,
Hearthstone, made by the World of Warcraft creator Blizzard.
All right, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I'm already
okay.
Yeah.
But
I know World of Warcraft.
So this is basically a Hong Kong Hearthstone player, Blitzchung HS, in the middle of streaming a game, puts on a mask. I don't know exactly how the sequence goes, but he's calling for the liberation of Hong Kong. I would guess, by the way, that this is exactly the type of person that you should have solidarity with, just to be clear.
You think he's a CIA agent?
I don't think he's a CIA agent. I think in this case, he's not a CIA agent. And by the way, look, I think there's no doubt that there is a global pattern of, I think this might be happening in Iraq right now. There's a huge amount of organic protest and unrest in Iraq. And there is a U.S. interest in shifting the regime back from an Iranian alliance. And there's no doubt that there's an intelligence interest there. All of these factors matter. But this broader question right now is a corporate censorship question. And any time the NBA or a video game platform shuts down people for making, I would really say, any kind of broad statement politically at the behest of a nation state or corporation, that's fundamentally dangerous. So let's watch this.
你就讲完那8个字，然后导播我们就结束，我们就什么也都不要聊了。然后你随时可以开始，头先低下来。
光复香港，时代革命。
导播可以切回来了。
好，导播谢谢，
好。
The Mitsubishi logo
这样可以吧？好。
So this is like a post-game interview on an esports channel, and you can see the hosts are, I guess, reading their body language.
They don't even want to.
They don't even want to be on the same screen as
sound
that.
waves on them.
Yeah.
So I'll read a little bit from Boing Boing. Blizzard Entertainment, best known for publishing World of Warcraft, suspended a pro Hearthstone player, and pulled his prize money because he said "Liberate Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Age" during a live stream.
They're pro World of Warcraft players?
Blizzard, which has a huge
Hearthstone.
lucrative market in China, determined that Blitzchung, and I will not even attempt to read his last name because I will mess it up. His utterance was a violation of a competition rule. Engaging, and this is the rule, engaging in any act in Blizzard's sole discretion that brings you into public disrepute, offends a portion or group of the public, or otherwise damages Blizzard's image will result in removal from grandmasters and a reductions of the player's prize total to $0 in addition to other remedies which may be provided by the handbook and Blizzard's website terms. So the real way to understand these stories emanating out of China is not through a resort. I mean, look, there are geopolitical questions about China, of course, But this is a long-standing tradition of corporate censorship. I'd go back in the archives to an interview I did with Mark Ames, where he explained how in the 1970s, when Seymour Hersh was on a roll, he was exposing the CIA, he exposed the My Lai massacre, and then he wrote a piece for the Times, I believe it was about a private law firm in Manhattan that operated at the nexus of corporate espionage, the intelligence services, and the skullduggery of corporate America. Now, at that time, and maybe some things have changed, but at that time, even in the 70s, even things like the CIA at the end of the day cooperated with FOIA requests. There was a accountability in the public sphere, even for the most undemocratic, dangerous institutions in the States. When it came to corporate governance, they shut that article down to the point where the final draft that Hersh published was so edited and so safe that it made barely a ripple. So the bottom line is that, I don't think it'd be surprised to anybody in this audience, but the private sector does not bring even those very same liberal freedoms that they like to rant about. And that is precisely what we're seeing with the NBA, and that's what we're seeing with Blizzard Entertainment. I don't know, is there any update on this story about this guy? I mean,
not beyond
obviously
him being stripped.
solidarity.
He's banned for a year.
That's unbelievable. And again, as ridiculous on some levels this might sound, this is actually how this person makes a living. Which also is another thing that I just have look, I just don't buy no, if you strip somebody of their material livelihood, that's a very real thing. So we can't just poo-poo oh yeah, they just can't play video games anymore. It's how the guy makes his living. This people need to get much more real about what that actually means in today's modern economy.
And the message it sends beyond just the individual.
Precisely.
Yeah, this
Absolutely.
is what I always say to libertarians. The contradictions between capitalism and democracy are so obvious in examples like these, like the liberal values that they claim to espouse, freedom of speech. We don't have them if we're living under these private tyrannies who are allowed to amass an unchecked amount of power.
Absolutely. Absolutely.